Hey everybody, in this video I just want to show you how to set up your OBS settings to record Minecraft specifically, but this will really work with any game. I'm going to show you the 4 best methods to set up your settings, each of which is a little different and increases in difficulty. We'll also look at Minecraft sounds, the ratio you need, and this will all help you in the editing stage. So the 4 ways are: number 1 is windowed. This is for recording Minecraft when you're playing in a window screen. The second is game capture. You're recording full screen Minecraft. The third is you're playing the game and listening to Spotify on the same device, and you're recording Minecraft while listening to that music. And the fourth is separate audio tracks, where you're recording Minecraft and each audio track individually. Okay, so before we look at any OBS settings, I want to show you my Minecraft settings, because I have constantly struggled with the game being too loud, not being able to hear the mic or Discord, and editing because my game sounds are too loud. So when looking at my music and sounds, this is exactly what I have. Definitely when I take the master volume lower, this is still very easy to hear on 6%, and hostile creatures on like 60%, so bed breaks and bed wars, the ender dragon and enderman, those are really loud noises, and so now it's toned back some, and this works really well. That's all I do for sounds. One important thing is in video settings and other, you always want to be playing at the right ratio for recording videos. YouTube and other platforms use 16:9 ratios. Here on the screen is a list of all of those ratios, some bigger, some smaller. I would recommend playing on whatever just works best for your laptop. So here I play on 2560 by 1440. Now you can change the setting in your video settings in Minecraft only in 1.8.9, but you can't do this in the later versions. So when I play in full screen on 1.21, my screen, the game is actually bigger than a 16:9 ratio, and that's because if I go to display settings, my laptop is able to go higher than 16:9. This is not a 16:9 ratio. So what I do is I lower it down to an actual good ratio, and so my laptop is permanently on this right ratio, and so when I play full screen in Minecraft, it is by default set to that ratio. Now let's actually look at setting up your OBS settings to record well. So in settings, if you go down here and you go to output, first thing is you'll want to have a recording path. You can pick a folder on your computer. I just made an OBS folder in videos, and that's where every video is saved. Then you go to audio. This is where you select your microphone. This is what I'm using right now. And then video is, here's your base resolution and your output resolution and FPS. So my screen, once again, you want this to be 16:9 ratio. This is what the resolution is going to be of your video when you're done recording, is this output resolution. Sometimes I lower this because if my computer is doing more intensive things, like I was playing 3 Bed Wars games at once, that's a lot of GPU being used, so I was struggling to record at this high quality. But typically with just one screen, it's fine. If you're not using this, 1920 by 1080p is super normal, super good quality, and works. And then down here is usually a common FPS value of 60. If you can record higher, then go ahead and bump this up to 90 or whatever you want it to be. 60 is perfectly fine. I will say the higher the FPS value and the higher the output resolution, the bigger your video file is going to be, the more gigabytes of storage it's going to take up. And that's it. That's literally all I use for my settings. So the first way to record is if you're playing Minecraft in a window screen like this. You see you have your top bar here, and you can still see your task bar. To set this up, you create your first scene, which I've already done, and just you can name it game. And then you come to sources, and what you want to do is add a source and go to display capture. Now you can name this your windowed Minecraft if you want. And then you have to get your display, and it's going to be your monitor. Okay, and there's that. So now you can see your whole screen, but you want to think about your ratio, your 16:9 ratio. As you can see right here, this screen, it's recording the entire screen even down here, which is kind of ugly. So if you want to tinker around to make this better ratio, because in editing you don't want to see this bottom taskbar, and if you edit and crop and zoom in, then your gameplay is going to be zoomed in. So an easy fix for this is if you go to taskbar settings, go to taskbar behaviors, automatically hide the taskbar. Now it's a little bit bigger, fits the ratio a little bit better, and you're going to see this top bar still. So just be warned, in window screen, that's what you're going to have. The next method is to get the game capture when you're playing Minecraft in full screen. So I'm going to go ahead and rename this to full screen game capture. You can name it whatever. And then I'm going to add a new source and make it a game capture. And this will just be Minecraft full screen, okay? And you'll have to go to capture specific window, and make it your Lunar client or whatever you're using to play Minecraft on. Okay, so now you have that, and that's a very simple. Once you play Minecraft in full screen, it's going to show that you're still going to get your audio from desktop and your microphone from microphone. This third method I'm going to show you is very similar to what we just did, but we're going to change it so that you can play your game and listen to Spotify, YouTube, or whatever you want to listen to on the same device at the same time. So when you're playing Minecraft and you have music playing in the background as well, your desktop audio is going to pick up on both the game sounds and your Spotify, and you don't want that to happen because then your audio is corrupted by unusable Spotify. So you're going to add a source like we just did, game capture once again. We'll name it Minecraft, and choose your specific window and Lunar client. It's all the same right there. So now you have that, but what you need to do to prevent from picking up Spotify as well is you're going to have to add specific audio captures. Okay, so the first one will be the game itself, which will be Minecraft, and we'll select where we get this from, which will be Lunar client once again. And you'll see that now down here we have a bar that's specifically for Minecraft. So now what we need to do is add the other sources, which is going to be Spotify, and we make sure we have Spotify already open on our laptop, and we come down here to Spotify and we added that. You'll see Spotify, and now you have your game and Spotify and microphone being played. And you're going to want to mute your desktop audio when you're doing this, because if you have desktop audio on with all these separate ones, it's going to pick up the gameplay twice, it's going to pick up the Spotify over top, and you'll just hear duplicates of it, and you'll have the Spotify mix in there. So make sure that is muted. Let's say you're doing this and you're also calling with your friends on Discord. So then you add another one of Discord, and then you have probably everything you need. You're gonna have your Spotify, your mic, everything. The only thing I will say is sometimes I get tripped up, and this causes a mess up for me, is when I'm on Discord, it doesn't always pick up the right Discord call I'm in. So to fix that, you might have to every now and then go to Discord properties and make sure you select the right call that you're in. So if I'm playing in the red call on this group, then I will have to select that specifically. If I change, sometimes I might have to change the properties in OBS. The last method I want to show you is once again very similar, but this really allows you to do a lot more in editing. We're going to look at how to record separate audio tracks. So let's say I'm playing Bed Wars, and then the bed breaking sound is way too loud and you can't even hear my microphone, but when I go to edit, those two are in the same audio track. So if I increase the volume, then I'm increasing both the bed break and my sound. So what I want to do is record so I can have two separate tracks. I can have my gameplay track and I can have my microphone track. So I can increase one and while not increasing the other. So to set this up, we're going to have the same thing. I'm just going to rename this for simplicity. We're going to call this audio tracks. Gameplay is still the same if you're playing in full screen Then you have your 3 extra audio tracks. What you need to do is go into settings and then go straight to output, change this to advanced, go to recording, and I'm not going to be able to change this because I'm recording right now, but go down and select audio track in recording settings and select 1, 2, and 3. This is going to record 3 separate audio tracks. Be warned, when I was messing around with this, for some reason my video encoder changed. Make sure this is still at the highest value for you, which should hopefully be one of these NVIDIA cards. So now you have these specific tracks selected. These tracks are going to correlate to these audio mixers down below. Now, to select which track goes to which audio mixer, press these gears down here and you'll see what they correlate to. So I selected 3 and I am going to choose which ones I specifically want each track to coordinate with. So game, I want to be my track number 1. I want Discord to be track number 2, and then I want my mic to be track number 3. So now when I go to edit, I'll be able to have 3 separate tracks on top of my gameplay that I can edit separately. I don't care about Spotify being recorded because I'm never going to use anything from Spotify, and I don't care about desktop audio because that's going to be quiet by itself already. I just need these Discord, game, and mic. So once I have that, now when I record, I should get these separate things, but it's different looking when you want to go edit, and I'll show you what it looks like. So now I'm going to take the clip that I just made of changing the audio tracks, and I'm going to bring it into Filmora where I edit, and I'll show you how this looks. So if I go into import and I find my specific video, which I've named right here, before I drag it down, I'm going to right click, and then I'm going to look at audio track, and it's going to show you the 3 different audio tracks it has. So the first one is already selected on the first one, which would be game sounds, which I showed. And then the second one is going to be whatever I made it, either Discord or my microphone. And then I'm going to reselect one more time, third one, which is going to be the final one. And so now I can then come over here, detach audio, bring it over here, get rid of that, and then once again detach audio when I add an audio track, bring it there and get rid of that. And now I have it overlaid, so you'll see it started to change once I changed my settings, so you can hear it a little bit. Track number 1, I want Discord to be track number 2, and then I want my mic to be track. So you can see right here my microphone started to pick up on this third one. These other ones are whatever my Discord and game audio might be, but it was picking up my microphone earlier. So now in game I can come here and increase my microphone volume while this might be my game volume. I'm like, oh my goodness, that Ender Dragon is so loud. I'm going to decrease it all the way down there so my microphone can be louder. On top of my gameplay that I can edit separately. And that's really how you set up these different audio tracks and ways to record Minecraft so you can hear and see everything well.